I wrote to Jonathan and Buhari about Pantami's ties with terrorists, but nothing was done. BORNO CLERIC, the Director General, Center for Justice on Religion and Ethnicity in Nigeria, Kalamu Musa Ali Dikwa, said he had written 3 times to the Nigerian government over the alleged ties the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Issa Ibrahim, has with terrorism. It would be too much of a brave assumption, a good one at that, to think that they were not aware both times. Just saying. Dikwa, however, said the Nigerian government shunned his petitions on all 3 occasions. He said he wrote the first letter addressed to the Nigerian government in 2012 during President Goodluck Jonathan-led administration and was invited to stand as a witness in a trial, but the case was struck out thereafter. Dikwa told Sahara reporters he wrote another letter in 2018 during the first term of President Buhari. He said he was invited to recall the letter and VCDs attached and warned never to write such again. So they knew, technically. So, because again, it's not a thing of, okay, fine, no, come on, they know what they're doing. They're not dumb people. The pastor who hails from the Dekwa local government area of Borno State said he wrote again in 2020, but the letter was never acknowledged. You wrote 3 times? Wow, you're persistent. He said, since the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan, I have written letters to the security agencies and President of the Senate concerning the activities of Sheikh Issa Ali Pantami, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Sanusi Khalil, Sani Yahya Jangir, all these people, on how they are terrorizing Nigerians on doing the same activities of Boko Haram terrorists in the name of working for President Buhari to take over power, and I submitted the letters and VCDs showing the activities of the aforementioned people. The former Senate President forwarded them to the Chairman Senate Committee on National Security and Intelligence, Senator Mohammed Magoro. Senator Magoro, Senator Selmina, and the committee secretary invited us and we met. They agreed to take the matter to court, and I was the one who was going to stand for the case, and I'd agreed to do so, but till date, nobody invited us again. So obviously they understood how much of an explosive topic it was, how much of an explosive thing it was, so they made you feel like as if they're sorting it out to basically prevent you from saying this publicly, or bringing up that conversation publicly, and basically treat you to thinking, oh, let us just deceive him as if we're doing something about it, when in reality we're not. So again, are you surprised? And you wrote 3 times to this same government? I mean, and you think that this whole time they never even knew? Like, that is, first of all, too brave. As in a way, sort of, because then they warned you, even from the second time. If they warned you and they were doing nothing about it, you should have just thought that they knew and that it's possible that you could also be at risk of danger. Duke also warned that Nigerians should be careful about linking their mobile phone numbers to their national or NIN as required by the government. He alleged that it would enable bandits, killer Hezbollah and Boko Haram terrorists to prey on Nigerians using the information after the current leaders have left the government. Well, I think, if anything, I don't know, because these alleged issues, I think they're serious issues that the government itself as a whole, even Buhari, needs to address. It is so vital because, again, if this is alleged, but it's not true. But then if there's a potential that the NIN could be used by external parties, even after the government is gone, of what use is that? So that's why, like, when he has to be fired, he really has to be fired, because technically they could treat this as treason. If anything, I mean, it might sound dramatic, but again, you understand that there's a bit of suspicious moves in the government. But it's like, are you guys not scared about this? Like, what's the plan? Someone says these notifications should have been at Pantami younger days. It means he was old and knowledgeable enough to know the effect on terrorism on a nation. Yeah, but there's no excuse, as you've said, but explaining how there was no excuse is long, because there was no excuse. And then, is he surprised? He never even apologized. He just explained what that he explained that he was younger, which doesn't do anything. He's not apologized. And even if he does apologize, investigations should go up. And of course, in this country, you can't even trust it because protocol requires that you have to investigate. If he's guilty, then obviously he can be fired. But at least just be suspended until we know what's going on. At least. Because it is a sensitive topic, sensitive matter, and I don't know. I don't know. Someone says, you're always against good people and propagating bad news. That doesn't even happen. Shame on you. How do you feel that? Why do you feel the news was reported in a way that is propagating bad news? Isn't it what is happening? Someone says this is one of the reasons we have one of the most unserious governments on earth. Just imagine that from GEJ to PMB, no one took such vital matters seriously. How irresponsible, because they knew. They know the fight. They know what is going on in the country. They understand, and that is how can you have a messed up country like Nigeria, messed up to such a degree, and you don't even know how messed up it is, because the fact that it's messed up allows you to continue or allow them to continue in their in their oppression. So it's like, they know what they're doing. Absolutely. They travel, they're well exposed, they're professors. Not that you're a professor by your degree or your that marks intelligence, but the process that gets there, you have to study society, at least in your PhD, do research and all that, especially if you're doing law or finance or something. Like you're practically, I don't know. I actually do not even know, because how would you react to something like this? I think the government needs to understand that from the perspective of the people, this is very insecure. Like, it's not putting them in the right place. And one could say, what is the aim of them keeping quiet? Because again, if they're keeping quiet, one can say technically that it reflects their views. It's something they need to denounce. Why? Because it reflects on them. But then again, they don't respect the people. They don't have shame. So it's like, they've proven time and time again not to really care. So again, we're acting like as if, obviously we have to demand for it, absolutely. But what's the likelihood of it happening? Do we have to do just to ask for something this little, which I think is very little, because I think the government should be very understanding. To ask for this, do we then have to go and protest? Like, come on now. Come on. It's so sad. Someone says this is one of the reasons why we have one of the most... Okay, I read that. We are running, indeed, a terrorist government in Nigeria. Again, it says we keep defending people who are supposed to rot in jail. Literally. Literally. It really is that. So again, it's like, there's no point. There is literally no point. And I even thought, so naive of me to think that, NSAS literally bring the international court and they'd arrest the whole government. Oh Lord. It's shameful. But it is what it is. Put what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe.